What's up, everyone? Pritch here, and today is September 9th, 2021, and today Open Beta has launched. And with it came the patch notes, and I just want to let you guys know, during this entire time, I'm pretty sick, I'm pretty nasally, I apologize, I skip a part where I kind of had to blow my nose and stuff like that. But yeah, here's my first read-through of the patch notes, my opinions, my take on them, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Let me know in the comments what you think are the big changes, what you liked and disliked, and yeah, love you guys, appreciate you guys. Let's get going. Fixed issues, yada yada yada. Those are all bug fixes, quests, tech. That's all. Literally all bug fixes. Excuse me. They made endgame harder. Open world non-boss elites. Interesting. So they basically just made open world dungeons harder. Players may no longer transfer both status effects back to the boss through the use of contagious or stab perk. Resolved several bugs, arenas. Arenas? What does that mean? Expeditions, fixed bugs, fixed bugs, fixed bugs. These are literally all just going to be fixed bugs. PvP scaling has been reduced. The level difference will matter more. I don't know if that was the call. I actually liked how their system worked. I don't think levels should matter as much. Yeah, Magmel. Yep. And no, it does not. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not gonna lie. That's not, in my opinion, a good change. Um, Reduced 250 threshold bonus takes reduced damage bonus from 80% to wait. Reduced Constitution 250 attribute threshold bonus damage reduction bonus from 80% to 60%. Good change. Very good change. Reduced Warhammer Hardened Steel damage reduction. Hardened Steel damage reduction bonus from 20% to 15%. I believe this was the damage reduction you got on heavy attacks. I believe. That kind of sucks. I'm actually cool with it because the Warhammer has stupid long heavy attacks, so you're going to get hit. Freeing Justice passive will now only remove a single debuff, not all debuffs. Good. Fortitude has been replaced with Invigorating Bulwark. This passive grants 15 stamina on hit with Shield Bash and Shield Rush. Leaping Strike startup frames. Leaping Strike distance increased. I like that. That's good. Counterattack has been modified to be able to stack and obtain a better bonus. It now grants a 3% in power for 5 seconds when blocking and can stack up to 5 times. That's not bad. That's not bad. I don't know about the 5 seconds part. Like, the 20 seconds was kind of insane, I'm not going to lie. So I guess it makes sense that it was nerfed. Like, a 20-second in power was insane. But Life Staff. Passive change to grant a 5% increase from all healing efficiency to all group members. Used to grant additional max HP. By the way, I'm going to keep refreshing this page until I see, like... no, wait. I'm going to keep refreshing this page until I see, like, different or new things. I guess it would be under official news, right? See, that's my thing, is how is this not under official news? Like, what category is this wait, okay, it's literally all the same thing. It's just in different languages. I'm an idiot. What is this, then? Welcome to open beta. This is so interesting. Okay. So yeah, it should show up here. Alright. Reduced effectiveness of orb fortify from 15 to 10. Probably a good change. Used to grant additional max HP, and now you just get more healing. That's fine too. Not a big deal. Hatchet Berserk. This is actually a decent change. I don't like. Honestly, I feel like the duration is the bigger nerf than the way the percentage works. Like this right here is the better part where you're losing 3 seconds off of it, and the cooldown is increased by another 3 seconds. So this just got a 6-second nerf, which is actually probably pretty good. Gravity Well, Unyielding Fortify. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this is good. Like you only get fortified during the uptime of the gravity well, which is 3 seconds. Like, so at best, you put a gravity well on top of yourself. Like, I don't even think it's worth the spec ever. Reduced Great Axe Enduring Strike Reduction bonus. So this is the exact same nerf as the Warhammer, where during your heavy attacks, or it might have been light attacks as well, we're getting a 20% damage reduction. Now we're getting a 15. That's fine. I get it. Second hit of Reap no longer has stagger on it. That kind of sucks. I actually thought the stagger was nice. Like because without the stagger, now you're like guaranteed that you're either probably gonna get hit immediately after, or they're gonna like immediately dodge roll. I don't think they're gonna be able to dodge roll the damage of it, like when you pull them in, when you do your spinny attack, but it's still going to be... That kind of sucks. I get it, though. I get it. It's super powerful. Reduced effectiveness of bow. Unbreakable focus fortify passive from 20% to 10%. Wait, why? So, I'm pretty sure this is... This was the one where when you hold down, like when you're aiming down the sight with the bow and you're like charging up a shot, you got a 20% damage reduction, and now you're only getting a 10%. That's a fat reduction. Like, what? Why? That was like, this is the only defense that bow players get. Chain perks. Reduce the number of times chain perks chain to another target from 5 to 3. That's a huge nerf to the, like, chain lightning, chain fire, chain void. Only trigger off basic attacks and have a 2-second cooldown. Wait, what? This just got heavily nerfed. So the chain perks kind of suck now. I mean, they're not, like, bad. They're just not good anymore. Equip load updates. The 20% damage increase for light load. Wait. Ooh, there it is. There's a big change for healers right there. Healing is reduced by 20% to account for this. We want the best healer to be in light gear. Excuse me. Interesting. So basically all life staff users just got nerfed unless they want to wear light armor. Reduced the medium equip load threshold and heavy threshold. What? Group hug. Me and my homies are group hug. Wait, so this means... Welcome to the family, Goblin. Thanks for that follow, man. I appreciate it. So this would mean... So before, right, you had to be full medium or full heavy in order to reach the medium cap or the heavy cap. Now, you could be like 4 out of 5 pieces and you'll get it. Interesting. So that's going to be a big change up for armor builds. Honestly, I actually kind of like that though. Not like straight up, I do. It also means that I can probably be in heavy armor without putting a shield on my back, which only is something that matters to me aesthetically. Huge nerf to the bonus creature families on housing trophies. Holy cow. Clamping of Empower and Fortify buffs. Potions will now be included in the clamping. What is clamping? Am I crazy? What is clamping definition? What is that? Fasten two things firmly together. Hold tightly. Whew. Forum relogging issue. Interesting. Wait. This says 2 minutes ago. Oh, this is probably just the last time I was here. Oh. Post last edited September 8th at like midnight. So these are the patch notes. These are the actual patch notes. Okay. Bunch of bug fixes, yada 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 yada. I don't know what arena. Like what? Maybe this is just an endgame thing that I didn't get to. I don't know. I'm assuming this just means, hey, we made an endgame arena thing harder. But were they just made Spriggans harder? Like harder to kill. Where were we? This kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I actually think that the chain blah 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 stuff is like not great anymore. Like this used to be super good, especially in wars. Um, like in because in wars you would just chain all that damage all the time. So like I understand why it got nerfed. I think having a 2 second cooldown, I think that's gonna be the big nerf to it. Like if they just went 5 to 3 and put this on like a half-second cooldown, like I think that would make more sense. Um, Normalize the weight protection ratios with each armor class. Increase the armor provided by chest pieces and reduce the amount provided by helmets. Slightly increase the armor granted by balance ratios to match your total armor provided by blah blah blah. Reduce the weight of round and kite shields. That's a decent. That's a good change. They were like heavy. Here's where potions will now be included in the clamping of empower and fortify buffs. 50% max. Oh, okay. Hear me out. I think what it's saying is the maximum amount of empower that you can have is 50%. Like the most damage modifying increase from empower that you can possibly have is 50%, even if you have it from all sources and it would be more than 50%. And I think it's saying the same thing for fortify. If somebody gave you a 20% fortify plus a 20% fortify plus a 30% fortify, instead of having 70% fortify, I think it caps you at 50%. And I think what it's saying is the potions are being included in that calculation for how much percentage empower or fortify you have. That's what would make sense to me at least. Which how you get to a 50% empower, I have no idea. Updated duration from 3 minutes 30 seconds. That's fine. That was heavily... Wait. This is heavily nerfed for elemental damage. Holy cow. That's only on consumables, though. Creature family absorption consumables. Again, nerfed. Again, heavily nerfed. Holy cow. Oak Flesh Balm. Nerfed. And then this is a nice buff to it. So this is going to make this way better. I have never used any of this, so I don't have much to say about that. Siege turrets. You're increasing the damage? What? Am I crazy? At least the repeater turret's getting a little bit of a nerf. Starts at 80 instead of 60. Oh boy. Is now being mitigated by armor. Okay, good. Thank you. And they got the... What the frick? So the explosive cannon just got a 50% damage bonus. What? Why? They were already super strong. Oh my goodness. Lifestyle buff. King Blessing lifestyle buff. Corrupted. Oh my gosh. That's a fat nerf. Perks. Fortified recovery effectiveness reduced from... Wow. Keenly fortified. They are hacking away at your defensive stats. Like, literally, what just took a fat hit is the Paladin build. Like, all throughout this whole thing, that the Paladin build is getting slapped around with the changes, right? Like, when you play Lifestaff, now you have a huge incentive to be in light armor. And they have drastically decreased all Fortify buffs. Healing potions, increased base health gain, nice, and decrease the amount of health gain from potions based off percentage of their max. From 15 to 7. Wait. So, basically, potions are stronger early game and weaker late game. Excuse me. The base health of yada yada and decrease the amount of health gain per. So, again, regen potions are also stronger early, weaker late. Or it's like stronger up front, weaker like over time, if that makes sense, right? Alright. Gems, Amber Gem, reduce the damage scaling obtained when putting attributes into focus by... Wait, what? Reduced the damage scaling obtained from the Amber Gem nature when putting attributes into focus by 20% to make healer's secondary weapon a bit less powerful in terms of raw damage. What? Why? Interesting. Again, they're like just gutting Lifestaff users and they're like, yo, you're allowed to heal and that's it. Like, that's gonna make Amber Gems really not strong, like at all. Interesting. That kind of that sucks for Lifestaff users. Attribute threshold bonuses. Adjusted the strength 50, 100, 150 attribute bonuses to prevent the damage bonus from being applied to elemental melee attacks. It will only apply to physical damage. This is to prevent doubling up on the bonuses when using elemental conversion gems with those attributes. That's probably smart. I'm cool with that. War, small deployables, Inferno Trap, Powder Kegs now have a shared deployment limit of 15 per team. So basically, teams in wars can't just like... Okay, this basically reduces the amount of traps and powder kegs that a war team of 50 can place. That's just, like, it's essentially capping them. Healer's supposed to be healer, not a DPS. It was making dungeons too easy by basically having 4 DPS along strong heals. I mean, yes, in expeditions, it sucks in open world though. Like, if you want to be a healer in open world, you want a secondary weapon that's going to kill stuff. Preferably, it's not going to take you 2 hours. That said, the life staff still does decent damage. So, like, I don't know. I think 20% is kind of a big. That's a big nerf to that gem. Notable bug fixes. These are all speed of light upgrade now functions. You can jump all exhausted. This has a 60-second cooldown. Reduces damage from crits, not all hits. They are really making sure that the constitution bonuses are not super strong. Yes, this is the one I've been looking for. That right there has been what I've been looking for this entire time. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, for those that aren't aware, the Life Staff Heavy Attack used to remove all debuffs from any ally hit. If you aimed at the ground, it did this like AoE circle, and anybody in that circle would get every Condi removed from them instantly. This was broken in wars and stupid OP. This is saying that's not happening anymore. I wanted to make, like, I'm very glad this is fixed. Thank you. These are good. I like that. I'm kind of just looking at I'm kind of just looking at the weapon ones, because the rest of these are all just like normal bug fixes that I would have expected them to make. Now extends buff durations. Inspire will now increase stamina. Great Axe Heavy Pull no longer causes heavy attacks to hit twice. Good. Enduring Strikes will now reduce damage. Okay. Bow Deep Strike Upgrade will only increase damage on penetrating shot, not all attacks. Didn't know about that. Good to know. Swap weapon when using swap key will now toggle when swapping weapons. Okay. Sword when using reverse stab, damage over time attacks that are transferred to the other player will now cause damage. I didn't know that they weren't causing damage. Sword Leadership passive no longer persists after leaving the group. Life Staff Mending Touch passive no longer removes all debuffs, removes only one. Ice Pylon Health Bar should now be blue for allies and red for enemies. I like that. That's a good change. Beforehand, you literally couldn't tell, like, if it was your ally, like if it was your you couldn't tell if it was your friends or your enemies. Like in a skirmish or a war, there were just ice pylons everywhere, and you didn't know if you were supposed to hit them or not. Inspire upgrades now functions. Damage is now mitigated. This is good, and I realize that they've increased the siege damage to like I get it. I get that they have now increased siege damage to account for the fact that armor will now mitigate this damage. I still think that the 50% increase in damage on the explosive cannon thingy is going to be more damage than will be mitigated, if that makes any sense. So I think the cannon got a big boost, and I'm not a huge fan of that, but I do know that people were kind of favoring the repeater turret more than the cannon. Alright, Splash of Light will only heal group members as intended. Bow Unbreakable Focus buff can no longer stay on forever. Cannons attackers. Cannons can be attacked during upgrade process during wars. Can be attacked during upgrade process. I don't know what that means. Stay back passive now applies correctly. 25% slow for 4 seconds. I was wondering about that. Like, if you watch my Hatchet video, it doesn't feel like a 25% slow. So maybe now it doesn't suck as much. I'm gonna be honest. I still don't think it's great. Like I don't think it fits the playstyle. Like it's good if you exclusively want to use the hatchet for ranged, but that's not where the hatchet shines in my opinion. So I don't know. That's just me. Bow fix for animation cancel, causing bow to shoot at a faster rate than intended. What? I wonder if this is a direct nerf to, because what people could do is a long draw heavy, immediately into penetrating shot, immediately into poison shot, and it would like animation cancel essentially, and you would be able to get off those arrows really fast. I wonder if that's a nerf to this. Like I wonder if now it's going to take the same amount of time or a longer amount of time to get those three things off like back to back to back. Ultimate Chill should now apply Chill debuff and increase ice damage taken by enemies by 35% for 3 seconds as intended. Cool. Empowered Strike should now apply increased damage when target is below 30%. Okay, so they're basically just making sure things work. Refreshing Spike should now give a cooldown reduction as intended. War Defenders can no longer use the respawn option to respawn at the rally point before the war has started. Didn't know that was a thing. Damage Conversion Gem fixed bug where the intellect attribute threshold bonuses were being applied twice when using a damage conversion. Interesting. I didn't know they were being applied twice. Also, I think, so could people before like kill themselves when it was buy phase and then spawn outside? If so, that's super clever. That's like super clever. All right. Added T4 and T5 Azoth staves, which you will get at level 50 and 60. I like it. Reduced XP from town. There it is. There's the big one. Boom. Okay. Reduced XP for town projects. Oh, baby. Raw material turn-ins reduced by 25%. Refined material turn-ins reduced by 30%. Crafting armaments turn-in reduced by 50%. Provision turn-ins reduced by 50%. These are gigantic. This will change the best way to get XP in the game. Easily change the best way to get XP in the game. Note, they have not touched the XP that you get for going around and doing missions. Or for going around and killing certain things. Wow. Okay. That's gonna change XP. XP required to level at lower levels has been reduced by a small amount. XP required to level from 20 to 30 has been reduced by a medium amount. What do you mean by a small amount by a medium amount? Just tell us the percentage. Reduced the faction granted... Wait. Reduced the faction granted per mission for PvP in Monarch's Bluff, Cutlass Keys, and Morningdale to account for their shorter travel times. Interesting. So, basically the TLDR there is the closer a town is to the PvP missions, the less XP that the less faction points you're gonna get. That's I mean, it's a good change. I think Morningdale was like, I think that was like the end game place to do it, right? I don't remember. Crafting, removed the recipes for endurance potions. This item has been removed from the game. Oh, okay. Endurance potions have been removed from the game. Maybe they've figured out that stamina is insanely high, and we don't need potions for it. Rewards. Increase the drop rate of named items from expedition bosses. That's cool. Adjusted the perks on many named weapons in an effort to better distribute perk availability on named weapons while making them feel more unique and well synergized. Cool. Normalized the perks on all faction weapons and armor. This change made lower level faction armor give crit damage defense instead of cooldown reduction. Okay. That kind of sucks. I think people would probably rather have cooldown reduction in most instances. Increased the cost of all faction armor and weapons. That also sucks, but I get it. It was really easy. It was like really, really easy to get faction armor and weapons. And it would quickly like boost your like stats to wherever that level was. So I get that. That's a good. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Increase the cost. Removed socketed gems from all faction armor. They now give an. Thank you. Holy cow! They now have an empty slot. Reduced gear score from tier 4 faction from 495 to 490, and tier 5 from 550 to 535. That's fine. That basically just it's not gonna give you like. I'm cool with that. It's just gonna mean you're gonna need to grind to get to 600 even harder. Hey, what's up, not Matthew? Equipment and visuals. Materials fixed for weapon styles. War kite shield. Wait. Icon fixed for various weapons and armor. So they just have different icons, I guess. Notable. Notable bug fixes. Many named had duplicate or otherwise have been updated. Fixed an issue causing some very low-level items to roll with perks, which could cause players to get green items that weren't special in any way. This is great. Whoever wrote this, I love you. Which could cause players to get green items that weren't special in any way other than the color green, which is special to some people. Like Mike. Fix an issue that could cause fishing hotspot locations to be visibly cold. Updated the logic for teleporting players away so it could allow more people from each faction to participate. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll through these. Fixed a number of exploits with gold item trading and duplication. Thank you. Thank you. Get stuck in lag detected state. Yeah, that kind of sucked. Fixed a conflict. Okay. Fibers were giving T3 instead of T2. Okay. Added a limit to the number of Inferno traps. We already kind of went over that. Defenders are no longer able to climb over the walls of the war camp. All right. That was everything. That was the patch notes, guys. We did it. Whew, we survived. And I don't think I sneezed once, which is kind of impressive. So my big takeaways for the patch notes. I think the biggest takeaway is they heavily nerfed town board XP. Like, heavily nerfed town board XP. So, what that's going to mean is it's going to, in the closed beta, if you wanted to level, you had to do just a bunch of town board XP stuff. Like, that's all you did. That, like, you exclusively did town board projects. Now that those are heavily nerfed, what it's going to do is open up the possibility for better, like gaining more XP can now come from different sources, which means that you can be getting these from, open world dungeons. You can be getting these from mob farms, which is basically the same thing as open world dungeons because those give the best XP. You could be getting them from faction missions. It's going to be interesting. I actually think with these nerfs that, like, all of these XP avenues are, like, extremely on par with each other. So I actually think you're going to be very viable in doing just about anything. Like, you could run around and do a big quest chain of, like, all, 10 quests in a big arcing circle and then meet back kind of thing. Um, and then I think open world expeditions are going to be amazing, or open world dungeons are still going to be amazing. I think those are probably still going to be the best way to get weapon XP. So be on the lookout for those. But you're going to want to probably do that with a group of people. And then I think, what else? What else got nerfed or buffed? I think the Paladin build, the Sword Shield Life Staff, took a pretty heavy hit. I think the heal reduction is going to be big. I think Life Staff users in general actually kind of got hit pretty hard. You're basically in expeditions or in any group content where you are the healer, it's almost going to be probably mandatory that you are in light armor. And that's going to limit your playstyle. And then also your Amber Gem that turns damage and makes it according to your focus. Just got a 20% nerf, which is kind of huge because that means your secondary weapon is going to do much less damage if you were going that route. And that's going to hurt your, solo gameplay. It's just going to make you have to take longer to kill things, which is fine. It's just going to make you take longer, so that kind of sucks. Those were kind of my big takeaways, where the XP is, like, it's not just do town board projects now. Like, now it's like, oh, you could just, like, mob grind, and it's going to be somewhat maybe similar if you're doing open world dungeons. Or, now the missions that have you going out and killing alligators or killing sheep or, go to this place and kill 10 enemies, like, those are now more valuable because those didn't take an XP hit, while all of your gathering materials and crafting stuff took a huge hit, which is deserved. I think those are great changes, and I love it. I am also cool with, by the way, I actually like the healing is scaled off of the 20% bonus you get from light armor and 10% from medium armor. I like that change a lot. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of was the Amber Gem change, where your focus got reduced by 20%. That kind of sucks. Or your damage got reduced by 20%. That kind of sucks. But yeah, what were your guys' big takeaways? What were your favorite parts? Was there something you think I glossed over that you thought was more important or you thought was cooler? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.